This European cricket event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software, Rado, 1xBet and Victorinox.
They won the toss again, second time running, and they are in the field. And it's Pasindi who has had the luck of the coin. She will have the ball in hand to start off this fielding innings for Italia Nord. And it is the familiar forms of Delisha and Methnara to start off for the Zood side. And this one, well, it ends up in the hands of Pasindi, but a no ball has been called on field, and it's a correct decision. Ideally like to have an invite to that prestigious event, as that one's crunched through the covers, and that's exactly what we missed out on in the first game, as Methnara shows us one of her trademark cover drives. It's all about the power in the hands and the wrists there as she crunches that away. It's the first boundary of the innings for Italia Zood. Be the first maybe threatening that 1,000-run mark for ECN, but she's not going to do it on this occasion, as she's caught in the field by Emma Moore. It's a brilliant catch out there, and again it continues not to be Methnara's day, as this time she faces 5 more balls than she did in the first game, but only that one flash through the covers for 4 to add to her score. This time just missed times. It tries to go long down the ground, only manages to find the hands of Emma Moore. It's a brilliant catch, sliding away to her right. This time though, Delisha is equal to it. She cracks that off the middle of the bat, and that does run away for 4. This time probably just a bit too short from Emma, and Delisha is very quick to rock back on that one and just kind of flat bats it away for 4 runs. She got in on the action early on with that catch. This time though, she might get a wicket of her own, as that goes into the deep and safely into the hands of Sonia Toffoletto, and it's Delisha who departs. So both openers here for Italia Zood have already come and gone. And this time Delisha tried to repeat the trick of the second ball of the over, which she hit away nicely. This time though, just cramped her a bit for room, didn't quite get back and across enough, and it was a nice comfortable catch in the deep for Sonia Toffoletto. And well done to Emma Moore. No run. This one hit firmly down the ground, and it's a brilliant shot. It's going to race away for a 4. And it's Amanda, known as Steamer, who steams into the action here, as that was just hit down the ground. A nice little body swerve there from Tishani, making sure she doesn't get a ball in the grill. As Amanda hits that one down the ground, it's a lovely stroke again, and there's 2 fielders out there. Going to have to see if that's cleanly taken, because I did see a bit of a foot go towards the rope there as Pasindi tumbles away. And it was a struggle for them against some very experienced sides in the form of England and Scotland and Ireland, but they more than held their own, but they were then relegated to the Challenger division. Hopefully enjoying some Corfu sunshine, and I'm going to be enjoying this big 6 as well off the bat of Amanda, as that was a bit of a low full toss there from Sonia. It was just asking to be hit, and Amanda answered that question as just leaving it away to the leg side. Took a little shuffle outside of the crease, but with that left arm action, it's always going to go into the arc of the right-handed Amanda. Thinking it's probably a better idea that they keep their wicket, so there's no run. This time though, Tishani goes bigger and better, and that one goes all the way. You could see that she lined up that shot. She didn't quite get a hold of it on the previous delivery, but it was second time lucky for Tishani, and there is the boundary that just gives a bit of momentum back to Italia Zood. It's Kumadou Pedrick who's come on to bowl, and she dished out 2 sixes of her own. 3 balls left of the 8th. That one's hit firmly, and it's going to go all the way, and it's a big 6 off the bat of Steamer. She moves to 29, and Italia Zood move beyond the score that they posted in that first game. They go to 63 for 2, and they've still got the best part of 2.5 overs to add to that total. So where do you think they could get from here? They certainly will be eyeing up, as that one's gone high up in the air, and there's a fielder out there, and she does a great effort from Pasindi to try and, well, both stop the boundary and take the catch. In the end, she manages neither, gets both hands to it. I think she was concerned there about where she was in relation to the boundary rope. And, well, with that one step back, she was over the rope, even if she managed to hold on to the catch. And a big old 6. And bowled. It looked like Tashani was trying to play that one away to the leg side, but again, in the same way that Chaturika did in that first game, she just steps across and exposes too many of her stumps and sees the bails fly off, and Alexia Kontoparakis finishes her over with a wicket. You can see while Tashani didn't actually move too much across the stumps, it's just the fact that she already started pretty much standing outside off stump. And it was a nice delivery there from Alexia, who saw that leg stump just grinning back at her. That one's hit firmly down the ground. It could roll all the way, but in fact, no. There's the fielder out there who does the fielding, and on the second or third attempt, Kumadu does whip the bails off. And it's Chatu who, well, she was almost smiling as she was running back to the non-striker's end, because she knew exactly what she had to do, and that was sacrifice herself for the team. And she does it well. It was a good throw in from the boundary. And, well, both sides more or less happy with that one, because for Zood, they managed to get the set batter Amanda back on strike. For Nord, of course, they took the wicket. It was a nice throw in from Pasindi. Kumadu there. She took a swipe, missed it, and then took it on the second attempt. And you can see Chatu there knew that her goose was cooked. Amanda comes walking down the wicket and picks out the gap perfectly between the two fielders there. It's Sonia out at mid-wicket and Emma here at long on, but neither were able to stop that. As a perfect bit of placement there by Steamer. She hits it well away. Well, there, that teaches me, because not only does she hit it away, she hits it for 4. And that was a brilliant strike from Nimesha, who just slightly over-pitched there from Kumadu. Bit of a full toss. Well, Nimesha made it a full toss by skipping down the pitch. Amanda there sold Nimesha down the river, but in fact it will end up with a dot. Amanda may be having a red inker in the back of her mind. I think final ball, if you hit it, you should run. But they end up not running. They're still friends here. And they don't get that extra one on the board, so they will finish on 85 for 4. With the ball in hand, looks like Chaturika, a player with an enormous amount of experience, both domestically and for her national side. In fact, she's the highest wicket taker for Italy in T20 internationals. 29 wickets to her name. That one's high up in the air. It's a chance for a catch straight away. It's Amanda underneath it, and she's never going to drop that, as it's Sadali who departs for a Royal Duck. First ball of the innings. We had a Diamond Duck in the first game. Now we've got a first baller, as Sadali tries to go big on that occasion, doesn't get a hold of it. And Amanda is the one fielder who you don't want to pick out. She's got a safe pair of hands, demonstrates it on this occasion. And that's the perfect start for Italia Zood, as they pick up a wicket without yet conceding a run. It's the first ball, it's the first wicket. That one's hit high up in the air. It's a chance for a catch. It's Delisha, and it's Chatu underneath it. It would have been an outstanding catch. In the end, though, there's going to be a run out as confusion reigns in the middle. And I think the dangerous Kumadu has to depart, as Emma Moore, she's a bit distraught at the striker's end, because the confusion reigned as the ball went high up in the air. Chatu dived for it. It was a tremendous effort from her. Doesn't manage to hold on to the catch. I think the batters were maybe a bit unsighted as to where the ball landed. Chatu doesn't get anywhere near it, but she lands on the ball, which means it's right in her hands as she gets up and throws. And Emma, well, she sells Kumadu there, and you can see she's gutted about it. Kumadu, she has to depart. That's a big, big wicket. There's the big hit. That's what we've been waiting for. And it goes all the way. It's a lovely stroke off the bat of Emma Moore, who maybe she's feeling a bit bad that she took part in that run out that saw the end of Kumadou Pedrick, who was so big hitting in that first game. So Emma's taken on the mantle in this game, and a lovely catch by the coach there. Of course, one of the first things she did was found out where she could get involved in the cricket. As that one's gone high up in the air, it'll be a tough opportunity. There's two fielders under it. One comes flying in the form of Delisha. The captain there took on the mantle, and she came absolutely steamrolling in. I think it was Nethmi underneath it who had to then take a step away to make sure she wasn't. There's plenty of sport to watch, not just on the European Cricket Network, as that one's hoisted away to the leg side. But Luana Sims is out there. She should have stopped it, but she's done by the spin. As we have some of the viewers enjoying what they're seeing out there. Big hit here from Emma Moore, and she finds the rope on this occasion. 6 runs, back-to-back boundaries. And Emma, well, she's still only a teenager herself, but she's decided to take on the responsibility here, the 16-year-old. She already moves to her high score on the network, previous best 15 not out. That one's chipped up in the air. It's a chance for a catch. Communication needed here, and in the end, it's a good catch taken by the bowler, and a big old salute there to maybe her friends and family at home. And it was almost a bit of a dangerous situation there, as there was 2 fielders converging underneath it. The bowler, she only had her eyes for the ball, but there was the fielder running in and did a good swerving act there. It was Nethmi making sure to make herself as small as possible, get herself out of the way, and the salute from the bowler who picks up her first wicket. And that is the end of the very impressive Emma Moore. That's what she tries to do, but it's great piece of glove work from Methnara. And the umpire, well, he gives a nod of the head as if to say out, but he's got the benefit and the beauty of the replays, and you don't need too many replays to show that that is out. And it's great to see some 6s being hit, but it'll be great to see this one again, as it just goes straight through the defences of Nalini, who is the new batter. She doesn't stick around for long, as Tashani picks up her second wicket in 2 deliveries, finds herself on a hat-trick. Make sure you open up the other live stream we have going on of France versus Sweden, and there we find the middle of the bat for Alexia Kontoparakis. That's what she's been trying to do on a few occasions. And she goes big, and that's even bigger, and that goes all the way to the rope and then some, and that is the bonus point secured for Italia Nord. And Alexia, wow, that's an elegant shot, isn't it? Goes down on one knee. And it's 3 in a row. Alexia Kontoparakis, where have you been? As that one this time goes to the offside, and that's probably the best of the lot. Just opens up the offside, gives herself a bit of room, and deposits that into the neighbouring field. The boundary riders are searching around. It looks like actually Paolo that... And this time she goes big. Does she have enough on it? She does, and it goes for 6. There's a fielder out there right in front of me. Nerveless finish here from Delisha, the captain, showing all of her experience to see her side home. Alexia tries to finish with a big swing. Methnara is interested in this one. Either way, it will be a win for Italia Zood. But let's take a look, see if this is a stumping. And, well, that foot is firmly on the line. It's quite a thick line, isn't it? So I don't think... Yep, there it goes after the fact. It goes back. I think that will be a wicket to end the game. And whether it's out or not, it's certainly a victory for Italia Zood. But hats off to Alexia Kontoparakis, who almost brought her side back from the dead. She finishes on 29, and some glorious 6s from her.